unless you want to. After this, so.
Okay. So we don't start it until after the anthem.
Yeah. So after this, we're like, all right, everybody, please rise and remove your hats. But right after the anthem, we should be just about ready for the first whistle. Depending on how lofty a rendition of the anthem they do, we may have started a little late.
Is it the marching band?
No.
Oh.
It's a barbershop quartet.
believe we're about ready to begin here. Beginning off our triple header, kicking things off with the Rumble Bees versus the Black and Blue Birds.
Yep, certainly going to be a fun little bout here. We've got these two teams are formed from the Madison Wrecker League, so they practice derby together, get a little bit of get their learn on to play this sport here in front of us here.
Is this how people start out with the Mad Rollin' Dolls? They start in the rec league?
In many cases, yes. In fact, even like there are even some skaters who are transferring from other leagues who will first transfer into the Wreckers to kind of develop their skills, get a little used to the way MRD does things. I mean, like roller derby is roller derby when it really comes down to it. But kind of it's a good first way to kind of get into this league.
And we have the yellow team is the Rumble Bees against the Black and Blue Birds, obviously in blue. And we got our first jam about to begin. We got Pokey Doll is jamming for the Black and Blue Birds, and I believe that was Bomb Chew. I'm sorry, no, it's not. It's Quella DeVille for the Rumble Bees.
So for anybody who may not be very familiar with the way roller derby is played, you'll see that we have two skaters out on the track with stars on their helmet, one for each team. Those are called the jammers. They are the folks that are eligible to score points. You'll see here as soon as somebody gets out of the pack on their first pass, they become lead jammer, meaning they have the power to end this jam, end the play.
I was mistaken. I was right the first time. Bomb Chew is the lead jammer for the Rumble Bees. She was in the pack scoring some points. We'll see how many. Looks like 3 points awarded to the Rumble Bees. They draw first sting.
Wow. Well done there by the Rumble Bees. So calling off that jam before the opposing jammer was able to get in and score any points. That is a bit of a hit it and quit it play style. Very smart roller derby to kind of get out there, get lead jam, because both jammers are eligible to score points once they've gotten through the pack their first time. It is only the power of the lead jammer to end that jam.
So in this next jam, we're going to have Ann Ominous for the Rumble Bees in yellow and Atomic Fall.
We do have Annie Ominous getting through. First takes lead jam for the Rumble Bees. She does now. She will begin making her scoring pass as she approaches the pack. The hips of every opposing skater that her hips pass will earn her a point. She comes around, passes the opposing jammer as well, gets 5 points in what we in roller derby call a grand slam.
And you should call it that too, because that's what it is. It's a grand slam.
That's exactly
she scored
what
5
it is.
points. And let's see, we have automatic fail. Clears the pack on her initial pass. She'll be eligible to score her next time through if Ann Ominous doesn't call off the jam, which she does after her second scoring pass. A 9-point jam for Ann Ominous.
That is as you say, 9-point jam up for the Rumble Bees, holding the Black and Bluebirds down to 0. Score now Black and Bluebirds in blue with 0. Rumble Bees in yellow with 12. We have 27 minutes and 40 seconds remaining to play in the first half.
We'll have Elf now for the Rumble Bees in yellow, and Cat Scratch Fever is jamming for the Black and Blue Birds. Their first jam each. We're underway in the jam. Jams can last as long as 2 minutes. As you see on your screen, there's 2 different clocks. You got the game clock and then the jam clock. Whistle blows out there. I think someone's going to the penalty box, but we got our first lead jammer status for the Black and Blue Birds. Their first chance to score some points here with Cat Scratch Fever.
Looks like Rumblebee jammer Elf still stuck in the pack, not having made her initial pass, not yet eligible to score points. However, Cat Scratch Fever now engaging the pack, looking to score some points herself as she's recycled to the back by the pivot there, the skater with the stripe on her helmet. That is Blonde Bomber, number 88. It's like some good defense happening here in the pack as they come around turn 3. Only now is Cat Scratch Fever getting through. She does pick up one of those 5-point grand slams, but that was about half the jam through until she did pick up those points.
She definitely has time to get another scoring pass here. She takes a hit from the pivot. Blonde Bomber gets taken down, but she's back up and at it. Now trying to weave her way through the pack. A second scoring pass is through. Another 10 points so far. So far the biggest jam of the game thus far.
Yeah, she's going to be coming around. The jam clock is ticking away. Only about 30 seconds remain as Cat Scratch Fever re-engages the back of the pack. Engaging solo that wall of Rumblebees, that Swirly Burl, Rainbow Dash, F-Bomb, and Blonde Bomber. She does get knocked to the outside, and when you are knocked to the outside of the track, you must come back in behind the skater that knocked you out. Which is recycled to the back of the pack.
And that's going to end the jam there. Another 4 points, a 14-point jam. Big numbers there for the Black and Bluebirds as they take the lead. We had our first lead change of the game.
Very strong jam for the Black and Bluebirds indeed.
We'd like to thank WORT. Tune in to WORT 89.9 FM community radio for great underground music and talk. Go to WORTFM.org to listen live or on demand. Donate online by calling 608-256-2001.
Getting back down to the action on the track, we see Ace of Skates wearing the jammer star for the Rumblebees in blue. She's jamming against Lady Paint-A-Corn for the Black and Bluebirds in blue. Through for lead jam is Ace of Skates for the Rumblebees. Gonna try to put a stop to some of that momentum that the Black and Bluebirds picked up in that last jam with Cat Scratch Fever.
Ace of Skates looks very comfortable on her skates, is quickly through the pack for a scoring pass, 5 so far, and looking to get some more. However, Lady Paint-A-Corn has cleared on her initial pass. She's on a scoring pass here. Looks like both teams will get some points on this pass. Ace of Skates calls off the jam, and yes, both teams do score. One more for the Rumblebees, and I think 3 more for the Black and Bluebirds.
Yep, that will bring us to Black and Bluebirds 17, Rumblebees 18, a 1-point game with 24 minutes remaining in the half between these teams.
These Rec League teams are pretty evenly matched so far in the early going. We got Fractitious Cat once again for the Black and Bluebirds, and Anonymous, who has 9 points so far for the Rumblebees.
Anonymous, the lead scoring jammer for the Rumblebees so far. See if she can add some points to that total here. Or will the Black and Bluebirds stop her in her tracks?
Got a good scrum going here to start things out. Neither jammer having much headway in the mix as the blockers have really jammed things up on the home stretch. Now Anonymous nearing the front. There is a lead jammer. It is Anonymous. She does clear the pack. We lose one of the Black and Bluebirds to the penalty box. I did not see the call.
Looks like Fractitious Cat, the jammer for the Black and Bluebirds, still stuck in the back of the pack as Anonymous, jammer for the Rumblebees, approaches for her scoring pass. Finds a hole on the outside, but then there to meet her are the defense. We've got Polka Doll. Great job forcing Anonymous into the infield, forcing her to recite back of the pack. She does get through, but certainly not made easy by the Black and Bluebird defense.
A whistle blows out there, a direction of play penalty. You cannot engage a skater going in the clockwise direction. You can go that way, you just can't engage while doing so.
So Anonymous now finding that way around on the outside around turn 1, picks up another 5 points for the Rumblebees. Anonymous now coming through to the back of the pack again. Going to re-engage, tries to slip through on the inside. Doesn't quite work out for her. She's now in a tight scrum as the pack comes around turn 3.
Big hit from the pivot, Maggie. Knocked Fractitious Cat to the ground for the Rumblebees. But as another 5 points there for the Rumblebees, extending their lead 33-17 in the early goings here.
Yeah, very nice comeback jam there for Anonymous. Now raising her score total for the game up to 24 points scored so far. So far Anonymous scoring the majority of the points for the Rumblebees. On the other side of things, Cat Scratch Fever for the Black and Bluebirds picks up 14 of their 17 points.
And I believe this will be the first time jamming for F-Bomb for the Rumblebees up against Automatic Fail, and I believe her second jam for the Black and Bluebirds. And Automatic Fail is your lead jammer. Automatic Fall is your lead jammer.
So Atomic Fall now coming around the outside to the back of the pack. As F-Bomb through to start scoring points on her own. Oh, and she will have an opportunity to do so as the Black and Bluebirds jammer Atomic Fail picks up a track cut penalty, goes off to the penalty box for 30 seconds to think about what she's done. This will give F-Bomb and the Rumblebees a power jam. meaning they are the only ones on the track eligible to score points.
So far, the Black and Bluebirds have a good penalty kill so far. Oh, it's going to be a penalty on F-bomb. It's a low block penalty, a tripping kind of penalty. And so we'll get the jammer swap.
Yeah, we certainly do not want a jammerless jam with no, it'd be like taking the ball off the field in football or basketball. So as soon as, if one of the jammers is in the penalty box and the other one's going to the box, as soon as the other jammer gets into that box, first jammer is released. Second jammer only needs to serve the amount of time that the first jammer spent.
And then unless they come back in, but that's a whole other ball of wax, which hopefully we won't see.
Yeah, but cross that bridge when we come to it.
Right.
Atomic Fall getting through there, picking up 4 points on a well-fought pass. Rumblebee's jammer F-bomb released from the penalty box back on the pack, looking to do some catching up. However, she...
And there's an illegal procedure out there in the mix.
So that was a legal procedure on F-bomb, so she does go back to the penalty box for that jam. Did pick up 3 points on that last pass. Take a look at the totals here. A little bit of a confusion with some penalties there, but it looks like 8 points for the Black and Bluebirds, 3 for the Rumblebees, bringing the score to 25 Black and Bluebirds, 36 Rumblebees. Rumblebees will be starting with their jammer in the penalty box. So F-bomb will be starting in the penalty box, and that will give the Black and Bluebirds and their jammer, Cat Scratch Fever, a power start.
Cat Scratch Fever has 14 of those 27 points so far for the Black and Bluebirds. Let's see if she can take advantage here of this power jam opportunity, trying to weave her way through on the initial pass. Some good interference from number 17, Swirly Burley, for the Rumblebees in yellow, holding things up a bit. Oh, there's a forearm penalty out there. That is on, I think that's on Swirly Burley.
In the meantime, Cat Scratch Fever for the Black and Bluebirds through to take lead jam. Rumblebee's jammer F-bomb out of the penalty box, looking to make her initial pass. And a whistle being called on Cat Scratch Fever. That is a back block penalty. She came into that pack a little too hot, collided into the back of another skater. That'll earn her 30 seconds in the penalty box.
Which will give F-bomb a chance to score, as F-bomb just cleared on her initial pass for the Rumblebees. Now coming up to the pack, which has an established speed of kind of slow, around turns 3 and 4.
Rumblebees taking up a position up at the front of the pack, trying to back into the Black and Bluebirds defense to kind of break that up, allowing their jammer F-bomb to get through. Works a bit, but F-bomb takes a hit and slides down onto the inside, slowing down a bit. She's now jamming 2 jams back to back. She is through for a 5-point grand slam for the Rumblebees.
We're going the full 2 minutes in this jam, as we no longer have a lead jammer status. Lead jammer. Cat Scratch Fever was the lead jammer at the beginning of the jam. So we go the full 2 minutes here. Both jammers racking up some points. 4 points there for Cat Scratch Fever of the Black and Bluebirds.
That's right, heading down to the penalty box will strip you of your lead jammer status. And as you were saying, Mr. Mumble, we will go the full 2 minutes, to which we have just seen the conclusion. Looks like 4 points on that last pass for the Rumblebees, 0 for, that was 4 for the Black and Bluebirds, 0 for the Rumblebees.
We'd like to thank Hinckley Productions. Game coverage brought to you by Hinckley Productions, leading the way in live HD video streaming and professional commercial video production, supporting the Dolls and Derby since 2008.
You are watching the Mad Rollin' Dolls Championship Season 13.
And we're underway in the next jam. We got number 9999 Battle Axe for the Rumblebees against Bulbalicious for the Black and Bluebirds. Bubblicious. I have committed many penalties in pronunciation in the early going here, as Battle Axe is your lead jammer for the Rumblebees.
And Bubblicious pushed to the inside, forced to recycle to the back of the pack. In the meantime, Rumblebee's jammer Battle Axe now through the pack, picks up 5 points in a grand slam for the Rumblebees. Bubblicious through the pack on her initial pass. now looking to score some points. We'll see if Battle Axe will let her.
Battle Axe, did she get all her points? Let's see. I think I see 3 going up. 3 points for Battle Axe. Extending the lead for the Rumblebees.
Black and Bluebirds held to 0 on that last jam. Score now 37 Black and Bluebirds, 53 Rumblebees. We're just about halfway through this first half.
We'd like to thank Pat's Blue Ribbon, proudly sponsoring the Mad Rollin' Dolls. So PBR yourself, ASAP. What'll you have? Pat's Blue Ribbon.
Next jam is underway. We see June Hatchett wearing the jammer star for the Black and Bluebirds in blue, skating against Ace of Skates for the Rumblebees in yellow.
Both jammers have cleared. June Hatchett is your lead jammer, not the jammer in front. Let's see, she calls off the jam just in the nick of time. The jam ends on the 4th whistle blast from the referee, so the jammer will tap the hips, and then once the referee whistles 4 times, then the jam ends. Not when the jammer taps the hips, but on that 4th whistle blast.
Certainly an important distinction, as the Rumblebees jammer just about got through with a little skate around that apex between turns 1 and 2, but that 4th whistle had blasted before she could get any points going.
We'll have Elf now for the Rumblebees in yellow, and Suki Tawdry for the Black and Bluebirds, as we're underway in the next jam here. And lead jammer goes to the Black and Bluebirds, Suki Tawdry. Is your lead jammer. Meanwhile, Elf still in the pack on her initial pass, having some difficulties getting through.
Now, Rumblebees did lose one of their jammers, Quilla DeVille, to the penalty box. And it looks like they will also lose their jammer, Elf, to the penalty box for a back block penalty, as the jam is called. So the Black and Bluebirds freezing the Rumblebees jammer into the penalty box.
So it'll be a power start for number 82, Atomic Fall. As we'd like to thank Chocolate Shop Ice Cream. This is the best ice cream made in Wisconsin, and it tastes so good because it has gobs of rich Wisconsin cream, tons of real ingredients, and boatloads of luscious flavors. That means it's not low fat, low calorie, or low anything, and that's why everyone loves it. You want nutrition? Eat carrots. Chocolate Shop Ice Cream.
Get back down into the action in the pack. We've got Atomic Fail taking lead jam for the Black and Bluebirds. She's jamming against Elf for the Rumblebees, who is currently frozen in the penalty box.
Quickly through Atomic Fall is. The pack at a standstill on turn 2. And a passive-aggressive offense from the Black and Bluebirds as they try to clear some openings for their jammer, and they do. Atomic Fall is through for 5 points so far. Actually, 10 points so far, 5 on the pass.
Elf now out of the penalty box, looking to score some points for the Rumblebees. Atomic Fall taking a little bit of a tumble there around turns 3 and 4. Back up on her skates, looking to get through, but the Rumblebees defense is being very aggressive, keeping braced against each other and keeping that lateral movement kind of on lockdown for Atomic Fall.
Nice recycling hit, I believe, by Maggie of the Rumblebees, slowing down that Black and Bluebirds jammer. And Elf is able to get through on her initial pass, and that'll kind of force the call off for Atomic Fall, although she did get her 4 points before calling off the jam. Timeout called on the track.
Yep, the Rumblebees calling for the timeout there, as a very strong jam for the Black and Bluebirds, coming back at 55-53 with that 14-point jam.
Thank you for watching the Mad Rollin' Dolls here. Thank you much. And coming back, we'd like to thank MC Audio, your source for professional DJ equipment, accessories, and music. Based in Madison, Wisconsin, MC Audio isn't part of a generic chain of stores or a big box retail joint. We're a locally owned business run by guys and girls who actually set up and play at clubs, bars, weddings, concerts, parties, and more. That's MC Audio.
MC Audio providing some of the equipment for the jams you might be hearing in the background. If you're kind of hearing that action in the background, you're thinking, oh, what's all that about? Maybe you'll want to keep an eye out for the Mad Rollin' Dolls on social media and on MadisonRollerDerby.org to find out when our next bouts are going to be. This is our final bout of the home season for Mad Rollin' Dolls. However, that does not mean the Derby action stops there. Our travel team, the Dairyland Dolls,
one of the best,
will be traveling to Milwaukee for the Midwest Brouhaha June 3rd and 4th, hosted by the Brew City Bruisers. They will also be traveling to Philadelphia for the East Coast Derby Extravaganza, otherwise known as ECDX, June 23rd, 24th, and 25th, hosted by Philly Roller Derby.
With the jam underway here for the Wreckers, we got Anonymous for the Rumblebees is your lead jammer here for the team in yellow, up against Shenanigator for the Black and Bluebirds. Shenanigator able to clear on her initial pass, trying to keep the pressure on. Not much time for Anonymous, but she quickly gets through the pack, calls it off. She gets 4 points and calls it off before the Black and Bluebirds can rack up any points of their own.
Oh, good jam there for the Rumblebees. Another lead change. So Black and Bluebirds at 55, Rumblebees 57. 11 minutes remain in the first half.
We got a close one here with Cat Scratch Fever taking the Jammer Star once again for the Black and Bluebirds. 21 points so far on the game, up against Bomb Chew for the Rumblebees in yellow. As we're underway here, a good scrum to start things out. Bomb Chew making some headway, nearing the front. Although, no, we got Cat Scratch Fever through once again for lead jammer status. Bomb Chew not far behind, trying to keep that pressure on. We take a look back at the pack. There are targets for Cat Scratch Fever to score some points.
Oh, and you don't want to ignore that Bomb Chew behind you. She does come colliding up into the back of the pack, pushing through, scoring some points here. Looks like she may make her way out to the front. Oh, she is pushed out to the outside at the last minute. We do have Cat Scratch Fever out for 4 points on that pass as Bomb Chew is recycled to the back of the pack.
Good decision by Cat Scratch Fever. It pays off for her as she kept the jam going. She did not call it off. And now she's getting her second scoring pass here while Bomb Chew still on the first scoring pass. Another 5 points for Cat Scratch Fever.
Bomb Chew now making it through the pack on that first of her scoring passes. So that'll be 4 points up for the Rumblebees.
And now Cat Scratch Fever calls it off. Let's see, did she get any points on that last one? One more point. Ends up being a 10-4 jam, and the Black and Bluebirds retake the lead. Back and forth we go.
And these teams clearly very well matched. They are folks that practice together and against each other all the time. These teams that have been formed, just kind of, saying like, all right, like who's at the 250 level skills skills area, and let's form some teams around there and let's play a game.
And they're doing it here as this jam is underway. We got Swirly Burly for the Rumblebees and Atomic Fall for the Black and Bluebirds is your lead jammer.
Swirly Burl pushes through the pack. Going to try to pick up some speed now as she begins her scoring pass. Atomic Fall in the pack. Spreading things out, does push her way all the way to the front, gets knocked to the outside, forced to call off the jam. Picks up 3 points on that pass, holds the Rumblebees to 0. Score now Black and Bluebirds 68, Rumblebees 61.
Thank you for watching the Mad Rollin' Dolls. And in this next jam, we're going to have number 68 for the Black and Bluebirds. That's Chaotic Cass, I believe, jamming for the first time against Ace of Skates. We had a pretty nice jam. I believe this is only her second time wearing the Jammer Star. She got a 6 points so far in the game. And the lead jammer goes to the Black and Bluebirds. Number 68, Chaotic Cass, making her presence known now on a scoring pass. One blocker to beat up front, and ooh, she got knocked to the outside. I thought she was going to clear. She did not. And now clears. 4 points so far for Chaotic Cass.
That Ace of Skates jamming for the Rumblebees. She is just now to the front of the pack, takes a bit of a hit from number 404 for the Black and Bluebirds. That's June Hatchett. She does make it through, picks up 4 points for the Rumblebees.
Quickly through on that pass was Ace of Skates. Despite not being lead jammer, just scored 5 points. As Chaotic Cass get held up. Let's see, does she score any more on her scoring pass? 3, I think. So it ends up being in favor of the Rumblebees in the jam. 9-7. We got a 75-70 game in favor of the Black and Bluebirds. Very close one here. 6 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first half of play.
Yeah, we'd like to give a shout out here to Saturn's 8 Entertainment. We've got DJ Andrew Larson of Saturn's 8 Entertainment providing the soundtracks for the people of Madison with retro flair and a modern edge.
We'll have Lady Paint-A-Corn now for the Black and Bluebirds, and that's Anonymous with 28 points so far for the Rumblebees. I think leading the Rumblebees in points.
That she is, and with 0 trips to the penalty box so far. It's always a good thing to see for any skater, but particularly for your high-scoring jammer. Anonymous through to take lead jam for the Rumblebees. Got Lady Paint-A-Corn still fighting her way through the pack.
Swirly Burl was holding her up a little bit there, but now Lady Paint-A-Corn is through, but Anonymous through the pack on a scoring pass and then past the jammer. Hits the pack hard. There's a penalty being called out there in the mix. It is on Anonymous. So a big chance here for Lady Paint-A-Corn to rack up some points for the Black and Bluebirds, as now she clears on her scoring pass 4 points so far. We're going to go the full 2 minutes in this jam. The pack at a standstill in turn 4. All the skaters kind of have to stay within each other, within 20 feet of each other. And a pack is defined as the majority of the skaters with at least one skater from each team. And you have to stay within 20 feet of that if you're a blocker and you want to engage anyone.
And of course, if you are a blocker falling outside of that range, that 20-foot range of the pack, then that is an illegal engagement and you'll earn yourself a penalty.
They give it like a hatchet maneuver, the referees do.
And they chop you right off.
You're like, nope. And coming out of the penalty box, scoring some points, Anonymous for the Rumblebees.
Oh, Anonymous colliding with the back of the pack there. I believe that was number 2, Shenanigator, the Black and Bluebirds, and Shenanigator was having none of those shenanigans. He's like, you're going to bump into me? Enjoy the floor.
We'd like to thank Saturn's 8 Entertainment. Oh, you said that already, didn't you?
We just thanked them.
I'm not going to thank them again.
They are pretty awesome, though. You guys, certainly we're very happy that you're enjoying that you're joining us here, either watching this bout on YouTube or perhaps checking it out on television. But you're missing out not hearing the DJ Andrew Larson of Saturn's 8 Entertainment and his jams. Maybe you can hear some of that through our microphones here.
As we have a timeout called by the Black and Bluebirds. You get 3 timeouts and an official review. Well, you get an official review for each half,
Yep.
but you get 3 timeouts for the game.
Yep. So if you think that something happened on the track that maybe should have been called but wasn't, or something that was called that shouldn't have been, your team can use up that official review to go up to the officials, plead your case. They will review it, and then if they say yes, indeed, you were correct, that was something we missed or something that was called that shouldn't have been, then you'll retain your official review. And whatever penalty may have been assigned to you will be magicked away.
It's rare, but it's kind of awesome when the team gets the official review reversed. They're so happy. It's like the coach's moment.
It's like my job here is done.
Yes. Cat Scratch Fever is going to jam once again for the Black and Bluebird. She has 31 points, leading her team up against Battle Axe. I think who had just one jam so far. She got 8 points in that jam.
Battle Axe trying to sneak through on the outside line. Is forced to the outside by Polka Doll for the Black and Bluebirds. Tries it on the inside, not finding much more luck there. However, she does have some friendly blockers that try to help her out there. That's her pivot, Quilla DeVille, trying to help her out there. But now both packs just kind of packing in tight and digging their toe stops in.
We're already 35 seconds into the jam. No lead jammer as of yet. As we're on the back stretch, pack moving at a slow pace. Battle Axe got near the front. There's a penalty out there in the mix. It's going to be on one of the black and blue birds. Lead jammer goes to Battle Axe.
Oh, that was a hard-fought lead jammer status there for Battle Axes. We are just about halfway through the 2 minutes of this jam.
Battle Axe now on a scoring pass. Gets taken down by the pivot, Pokey Doll.
Pokey Doll really doing quite a number on Battle Axe this jam.
Battle Axe trying the outside now. The Pokey Doll there again. The pivot for the black and blue birds.
Yeah, you could see her there, like Battle Axe going around the outside. Pokey Doll eyes on her, goes around the inside, meets her at the front of the pack, takes her out.
And now Battle Axe gets on through. 5 points there on that pass. It's going to be 5 points so far. Cat Scratch Fever still in the pack on the initial pass. The Rumblebees defense holding nicely. Battle Axe is through the pack and calls off the jam. Another 5 points, makes it a 1 point game. A 10-point jam. The black and blue birds lead by 1 at the 2 minute mark in the first half of play.
Quick shout out here to Fast Forward Skate Center. I'd like to thank Fast Forward Skate Center, Madison's #1 roller skating rink. Join them all year round for open roller skating, birthday parties, and private parties. A full concession stand and arcade is available, and don't forget, Fast Forward Skate Center is the official practice facility of the Mad Rollin' Dolls. Getting back into the action, a quick lead jam by Atomic Fall for the black and blue birds. Our opposing jammer, Bomb Chew for the Rumblebees, still fighting her way at the back of the pack. As Atomic Fall comes around, makes her scoring pass, slides around, finds an open lane on the inside, picks up 5 points for the black and blue birds.
Blonde Bomber trying to limit the damage here. I'm sorry, Bomb Chew trying to limit the damage here. She got through. And the Rumblebees had control of the front of the pack, so no targets there for the black and blue birds to score any more points. As Atomic Fall calls off the jam. But they do extend their lead by more than 1. Now it's a 6-point lead, 95 to 89.
As we go into what will likely be the last jam of this first half. Who knows, maybe some shenanigans could happen. We don't know. Getting up to skate for this jam is June Hatchett for the black and blue birds. She's jamming against Quilla DeVille for the Rumblebees.
When the half period clock expires, the jam does go to the natural conclusion as we get a lead jammer from June Hatchett. For the black and blue birds looking to extend their lead going into the half. Quilla DeVille has also cleared, trying to keep the pressure on. Quilla catching up. Let's see. Did she call off the jam in time? Just in the nick of time. 2 more points for the black and blue birds.
Yeah. Oh, and a timeout is called for by the black and blue birds, freezing the clock at 6 seconds, once again proving the existence of the announcer curse. As soon as you say something will happen, the exact opposite will happen. So black and blue birds expending one of those penalties, locking in this clock. We have black and blue birds leading with 98, Rumblebees 89.
These skaters don't often get to play publicly, so it's like they want to get every jam in they can. For their friends and family that have come out to see them play.
And the wonderful people who are watching at home right now. How are you doing? Hope you guys are having a great time here. Again, I'm Rich Mahogany here with Bryant Mumble.
Hi, how are you?
Hope you are enjoying this exposition bout between the Black and Bluebirds and Rumblebees, teams formed from the Madison Wreckers, the recreational league here in Madison, Wisconsin. Timeout has expired for the Black and Bluebirds. Lady Painicorn going to be going up to jam for the Black and Bluebirds in blue. She'll be jamming against number 091, I believe. That's up 0915, Annie Ominous. Annie Ominous, our top scoring jammer for the game with 37 points. However, the high scoring jammer for the Black and Bluebirds at 35. So really not a huge spread between those two teams as far as the top scoring jammers are concerned.
We'll see how this last jam of the half pans out. We get a penalty out there in the mix. I think I see a low block call. As both jammers now in the mix, trying to get on through on the initial pass. And Onimus dealing with that front wall. I lost track of Lady Painicorn. Oh, she's in the penalty box. That's why I lost track of her. So we're in a power jam here for Anonymous. Looking to rack up some big points here going into the half for the Rumblebees. She's got lead jammer. Pack at a standstill around turn 4.
Lady Painicorn is just about ready to get back onto the track. She is released from the penalty box. You can see her there coming in on the left-hand side of your screen. She is back on the track, finds a way through on the inside to begin her scoring pass. In the meantime, Ann Onimus through for a grand slam. 5 more points up for the Rumblebees.
And calling off the jam is Ann Onimus. Let's see, how many she got? No more on the pass. She called it off just a tad too soon. And that's going to bring us into the half. It's a low block, a misconduct call out there on, I believe, on one of the Rumblebee skaters. And that's going to bring us into the half.
Well, not the best way to end a half, going heading off to the penalty box for misconduct. But yeah, like a very close game so far. Black and Bluebirds at 98 points. Rumblebees only 4 points behind with 94. As we've been saying, these two teams are very well matched and seem to be having a lot of fun with it out there too.
Yes, they are, and I believe the crowd is having some fun out here as well. It's a good atmosphere in Madison, Wisconsin, at the Alliant Energy Center.
You can see there on your screen some of the statuses here. We've got Ann Ominous there as a lead jammer. You've got her 42 points there, getting lead jam 80% of the time. But you might be able to hear we are getting into the halftime show here with the forward marching band. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here. We'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes. It'll probably be a little faster for you than it is for us. But we'll be back in the action shortly. I am Rich Mahogany.
Ryan Rumble. Hey.